Hey everybody, it's Modern Era Fitness Podcast, and I am Caleb, a martial arts instructor, and with me as usual, I got my good friend
Mike. I'm a personal trainer.
He's a personal trainer. A trainer of personals. Mike, how you doing? How was your week?
I'm good. My week was busy as always, and pretty fun actually.
Why was it fun?
Because I got to learn a lot of stuff.
Like what?
Nope.
What?
I'm not going to talk about Excel.
Tricks in the
and
bed?
The books that
Is
I'm
that why you
reading.
don't want to talk about it? Tricks in the bed?
No, I just got my standard routine that I do.
Like with a counterclockwise swirl?
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Never saw that episode.
Apparently. I'm glad Eddie did, because...
You guys are both idiots.
Yeah. So you may have noticed that rich, sexy voice. We have a good friend in here by the name of Eddie. Do you want us to use your last name?
Yeah.
What is your last name?
Zapien.
I wanted to hear him say it because I'm positive I've always said it wrong. Zapien.
Zapien.
Oh, no, you are also correct. I just don't like to be pretentious and be like, actually, the way you pronounce it is Zapien.
Ooh. Oh, my God.
I'm not that kind of...
Do that again. Say your name again. The right way?
I'm going to recommend this episode to nobody that I know.
Zapien.
Oh. Okay. But yeah, we'll put the explicit on this one.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank the Lord.
I'm kidding. Don't. I don't want to have to
no.
bleep everything.
Oh.
So don't. Well, a lot of this probably won't make it in.
Thank God.
So, but seriously, Eddie, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for inviting me. This is so fun. This is my first podcast.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, I feel like they're everywhere.
I'm a long-time listener.
You are.
Actually,
Be real.
I just binged listened like all your episodes last week.
When you found out you're going to be on the...
That is
I
correct.
better know my audience. Well, I appreciate that, and that gave us a little bump in the numbers, so...
Thanks.
There's now
50,
four people.
50%,
Yeah, there's now 4 people listening.
You are welcome.
And shout out to
Caleb,
Mom.
Mike,
Yeah.
and Caleb's mother,
Yeah.
and myself,
Yeah.
and Joey Hurt. That's fine.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, is this good? Is this an appropriate time for his questions?
Oh, so you have questions for Joey Hurt?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So, first
He's
question.
not here to answer, though.
That's fine. If he hears this, he
I'll
can hit
I'll
me up
answer
on
on
my
his
Facebook.
behalf. Yeah.
Question number 1. Do you ever look someone square in the eye and say, I'm going to put the hurt on you?
Ooh. He
End of
ought
the question panel.
to. Okay. And a response. Is there a response?
From me?
The answer better be yes.
So,
Yes.
Okay. Do you have another question for Joey Hurt?
No, that was really it.
That was the main one.
I was really dwelling on that one for.
Yeah.
I was really working on that low hanging fruit
Yeah.
for a while.
So, if you're a new listener, Joey was a guest of ours not too long ago, and he talked about his experience with martial arts and fitness, and a traumatic event that caused him to get a little more focused on that stuff. So,
I will say this: of that traumatic event, is like my nightmare.
yeah,
I'm like, if somebody ever punched me in the face and I blacked out, I'd just be like,
especially if your family was
exactly,
right there. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
it's
no,
like
that.
what could have happened.
I was listening and I was like saying out loud, "This is my nightmare. I don't want this to happen."
Yeah, so you can understand why he's pretty motivated to learn some stuff and do
Yeah.
some stuff.
Keep your family safe. I don't think there is a better reason.
No.
So, Eddie,
Yes.
tell us about yourself.
Yeah. What do you do? What's your family situation?
I am a family man here in Salem. I've got a wife, 3 children, and a micro pig, and
Adorable.
a cat.
The pig and the kids and the cat.
Yeah.
Who's bigger, the cat or the pig?
The cat by a lot. The pig's only like maybe 6 pounds.
Why on earth do you have a micro pig?
It's a funny story. I have a wife who loves animals. Well, she loves cats. And then she saw these micro pigs, and she's like, "Babe, we need to get a pig." And I was like, "Babe, no, we don't." And then we went to meet a breeder that breeds micro pigs, companion pets.
Oh,
And I met this little oinker named Gary. And I was like, I gotta have a micro pig. This is amazing.
Is Gary the breeder?
No, Gary was a pig.
Okay. I don't know if that's what people that are,
Gary's just a super enthusiast pig owner.
micro pig breeders or oinkers, as you
I
call
want
them.
to catch his fire. I want to catch his fever. Gary's great.
Yeah, so Gary was actually kind of an abused animal, so we couldn't bring him home because he didn't fit our home situation. But
No abuse at your home?
yeah, totally none. So no, he could only live outside, and I wanted to have a companion pig, not an outside pig.
Yeah.
So we got on the list, and then we got a call in June when we picked up Mabel, and she's
She's the bomb.
Yeah, she's been with me
Anyone get the reference?
physically with me a lot.
No?
Say again?
Mabel?
I'm shaking my
She's the
head
bomb?
no. No.
She's the bomb. No.
Goldfinger? Anyone?
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind. Carry on.
She's actually named after a children's cartoon, Mabel Pine Zapien.
You didn't say it right.
Zapien.
There we go.
It's a kids' cartoon that my children all love, and let's be honest, I love it too. I've seen every episode. Much like King of the Hill, I've seen every episode multiple times.
Good show.
So yeah, Mabel is our family pet, and she helps me out in my business. She's my little assistant. We go to viewings, check out homes. Did I say what I do for a living?
No.
I'm
you
a
didn't.
realtor in the greater Willamette Valley. Because pigs take a lot of time and energy, my wife is also self-employed, so we can afford to be with her all the time.
Why are they so high?
They're very social. Very social. In fact, Gary, the reason he went crazy is he was kept in a separate room.
Oh, man.
Poor little Gary.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got me talking about my pig for like 20 minutes.
No, we didn't. You. That's all you, bro.
No, you said, how did you get into it owning a pig? So we went
I
down
think
that
I
rabbit
said
hole.
something
that's
like,
right.
what the hell's
Yeah.
a micro pig?
Yeah. So, a micro pig is a pig that's usually under about 20 pounds. And Mabel's she's 4 months old. She's about 6 pounds.
So is a teacup the same thing as a micro, or is it go micro, teacup, and then like
So,
standard? Or
You've got like a Yorkshire, which is like a slaughter hog, like a big guy. That's like Babe. And then they're bred down in different sizes. And you get a mini pig, which can get up to like 60 pounds, which would be probably about like, I'm not very tall, so probably up to about my knee. And then a micro pig would be about mid-shin. Teacup pigs, some controversy on whether or not they even really exist.
yeah, because some of them grow big still, don't they?
Right. And even some micros will grow big, but you really have to know the breeder and you got to know the breeder and the parents and stuff. But anyway, now onto the more important family. My wife and 3 kids. I've been married for 6 years, and
60 years, wow.
6.
Mazel tov. Oh, 6. Okay.
I am. Got married in 2010, and we have 2 children together, Lincoln and Penelope. And then I have a 12-year-old from a previous marriage. We live here in South Salem, and we enjoy the neighborhood very much. What else? What else is there about me?
What?
Mike Walsh helped me lose 70 pounds between 2015 and 2016.
I was going to bring that up, yeah.
Yeah, I want to know how you did that.
Talk more about Mike.
So when I really don't remember how Mike came up to me. I think Caleb said, "Hey, one of my business partner is a personal trainer. If you're interested in that," and I was very interested. This last year, I've been really trying hard to grow personally and spiritually, trying to be a stronger husband, and I don't know if it's working out, but
Well, you're still married.
I'm still married. Still got kids. So, one of the big things for me was self-confidence, and a big portion of that was my health. So my wife was also on has also been very health conscious as of the last year or so. And I started meeting with Mike, and one thing I noticed right away is his United States Marine flag on the wall, and I was like, this guy's pretty dang cool.
And he knows King of the Hill.
Yeah, when I dropped the Bobby Hill
Intimate
reference
knowledge, yeah.
and he picked it up, I was like,
That's what
You
made
just
it?
Yeah, that's
immediately
what made
started
it.
kissing.
The skies parted and the Lord's rays came through the shop, and it was like, oh.
Mike was floating there.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, it's been gangbusters ever since.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, honestly, how did I do it? I really started watching my portions. I stopped eating garbage, and I quit drinking Mountain Dew, which is so good. Let me say that one more time. It's so good.
Yeah.
I think you could do a mic. I wanted you to do a mic drop there.
A mic drop?
Yeah.
These mics look expensive. I don't
Because
want to drop
you
it.
lost 70 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
70 pounds.
And you did what exactly? Stop eating crap.
I stopped eating garbage. I watched my portions, and I quit drinking Mountain Dew.
And that's it. And worked in here with me once a week.
And that's the thing. People were like, "How often are you working out? How often are you working out?" And I was like, "Once a week for 30 minutes." And people's jaws would drop. How are you losing weight for working out 30 minutes once a week? And my answer would always be like, "Well, you know, I watch what I eat. I eat smaller portions, and I drink a lot of water." And that's really it.
What's their response when you tell people that?
I think more often than not, they're just kind of flabbergasted. Like, that seems really simple, you know? But, I mean, it is simple. I feel like it is. And when I talked to Mike, when I talked to you after our consult, you know, I kind of told you that I wanted to look like Dwayne Johnson. And you're like, well, you know, what we got to do is this, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, wait. Dwayne The Rock Johnson? That's not going to happen, bro. I don't have enough time in my day for that. And I was like,
I hope at that point you had already built some sort of rapport.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
You don't say that to all your clients.
I said, okay, fine. Dwayne Johnson's a little bit too extreme. How about Terry Crews? And he was like, all right, you're wasting my time.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the...
I remember
Let's
that.
pull out a magazine and see who we can get you to look like.
Yeah. We can do Zac Efron
Oh, I wouldn't mind looking like Zac Efron. That guy's ripped.
when he was like 16, though.
Come on.
Sorry.
You got to start. It's like you strip away to a blank canvas and then you can build. From
Yeah,
there.
he built me up.
Yeah. From
Yeah.
the 16-year-old Zac Efron.
To the little rock that he is now.
So the one thing that I've really been focusing on the last couple of weeks is really thinking on is how do I say this without sounding like a meathead? Especially after listening to a couple of the podcasts, is doing some sort of training in like martial arts or, as I text Caleb the other night, getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know. Just because I really don't know how to fight. I mean, I know how to get beat up.
Did Joey's episode kind of
It
bring
really
that
did.
up?
It rocked me a little bit, honestly, which sounds kind of silly because it's a podcast, but it's true. You know, Joey, again, for those that didn't listen, has a wife who is quote unquote wheelchair ridden, which he didn't mean in a mean way, but
Right.
you know, if something happens, if they get mugged again, he felt that he needed to know how to protect himself.
And
And it's
not
available.
not in a way like if you're by yourself, it's one thing to think about, okay, I need to protect myself and run away. But since she can't necessarily leave the area quite, you know, in the same way, like he's got to stand and protect.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
so he needs to know as much as he can about how to deal with that situation.
Yeah. That was a really powerful episode. And
Yeah.
I felt the same kind of wake up,
Nudge.
I think.
Yeah.
So, point of the story is I'm going to be taking the women's self-defense class
Sweet.
at the YMCA.
I'm sure all the women will feel real comfortable about that,
Yeah.
having you in there.
I don't know you.
That's my purse.
Oh,
Okay.
love it.
Oh, Bobby, we love you. Oh, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
Talk more.
Talk more. I can talk
Say
more. I
more
can talk
things.
a lot more. What do you want me to say?
Well, actually, you. Speaking of martial arts, didn't you have a kid enrolled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a
I
little while?
did. Mr. Lincoln, my now 6-year-old, was enrolled with James
Popolo, Professor Popolo.
Professor Pops, Professor James, and it was just like a quick like a 6-week thing, but he's a bit of a chip off the old block, so it's really hard for him to sit still. And after a while, I don't think he was really feeling it too much.
Yeah.
But I think James and Michelle enjoyed him in class.
Yeah. Yeah, that age is a really...
It's a tough age.
Yeah.
Because I think then he was just barely 4, just barely 5, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like martial arts programs are great for little kids, but you can't expect the same kind of progress in the sense of being able to defend themselves against a bully or something.
Right.
It's more about learning to pay attention and learning just basic coordination and things like that, and just keeping it fun. But I feel like the ages between 4 and 9 every year is so dramatically different on what you can expect from a kid in a martial arts class. You know? And every kid is different.
Yeah.
So it's not just year to year, but it's kid to kid and year to year.
Speaking like every kid is different. I have 3, and they range from 12. They range in ages 12, 6, and 4. They're very close in age, so I always have to think.
Yeah.
I have to count 22 months very quickly. But like my oldest daughter is very timid, very shy, but then she'll kind of open up really quick, and then she's a lot like me in that she's witty and kind of sarcastic and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
Lincoln, shocker. Lincoln is very sensitive, and he's like a real thinker. When he puts Legos together, he's kind of talking to himself. It's really funny. And then Penelope is like, she's like long hair, don't care. I'm not kidding. If somebody tries to bully her, she'll just kick him in the crotch and be like, "That's not how you talk to a Yeti." So she says, "Lady." But yeah, all kids are very different, and then like what I experienced with Emily when she was 5, like that preschool age, versus what I experienced with the other 2, is night and day difference. Which, like Emily did a program at the Y for martial arts, and she was learning the technique, and she was really kind of seeing what they were teaching, and she was about 6, where Lincoln, when he was about that age, was more concerned with making Professor James giggle, which I don't think he was too happy about.
Yeah, I've experienced that myself, yeah. That's good.
But he loves... I gotta stop talking about King of the Hill. I used to get him to hike his pants up real high all the time.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Oh man, he would get me every time with that one.
Yeah, we should just start a separate podcast for King of the Hill.
They do it for
Gilmore Girls has a podcast.
Yeah.
That show's been shitty since
now
it debuted.
Now there's one for Westworld. And wait, what? What did I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Would I be offended or?
Maybe.
I don't think you would care.
Gilmore Girls is a horrible show.
Don't. How could really? You think so?
I've seen like half an episode and I was like, pass.
Yeah, it gets good about season 3.
Boop. Swipe.
Swipe left. Or is it right?
I'm not
know.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm not on Grindr. Lols.
Yeah.
So you said there's a podcast for...
There's one for that new Westworld show. There's one
My wife
for
really likes that.
Game of Thrones. There's podcasts that just talk about a show and what happened last week on last week's episode. We could do that for King of the Hill.
Have you seen Westworld?
Just take it episode by episode?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I am on it.
Because how many
I'm on.
seasons is there? There's like...
I think there's 7 or 9.
There's like 491 episodes.
So
if anyone is counting.
Bobby?
I'm just flashing.
All right. Let's give this a little test. Who's your favorite character on King of the Hill?
Wow.
Can't be Hank.
That's a loaded question. It's not Hank.
It changes episode to episode.
It really does. Like when Boomhauer gets his heart broken, you're talking about Dangle walking.
Oh, yeah.
Dangle, sorry, yo.
Yeah.
Or when Bill Dotree finds out that he was being tested on.
Yeah.
Oh, you really realize that he used to be a good person, and then the U.S. government really broke him down and destroyed him.
I like it when he snaps and he thinks he's Lenore.
Yes.
My
dress and
my
everything.
name is Lenore. Okay.
Sorry.
Back on topic. So
back on track.
It sounds interesting, like an interesting mix in the household of Zapien.
Yeah, it really is. And then my wife, bless her heart, doesn't have the ADD that my poor brain is riddled with, and she's a really smart woman, which is not something that I would consider myself to be, smart or a woman. So sometimes there'll be something where the kids are doing something that's frustrating for both of us, and I'll be like, oh, well, like when this happens, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I've never had that cross my mind. I can't relate to that. And then vice versa. Sometimes the kids will go like super, super smart on me, and I'm like, what? What's going on here?
Say it to me like I'm 6.
Yeah. Pretend daddy's one of your friends at school. How would you say it to them?
The same. Oh, that's cool. That's funny.
That's scary.
I feel like we ought to ask him. This seems to be a recurring thing for people we have on. What are your 3 favorite exercises that you've encountered in your journey?
My 3 favorite exercises in my mind are the ones that I despise the most, but really burn the most.
I know what's coming.
So I like when we do
Wait.
planks.
Stop. Okay. You have to replace planks with something else. We're going to play a little honeymooner game. Okay. I want you to think of...
The 3?
Yeah, but we'll start with the very worst. So you both are going to figure out just one at a time. Okay. Pick the very worst, and it can't be planks.
Okay.
So you got to eliminate that from your list.
The
okay?
worst
Yeah.
exercises?
Yeah, don't say it out loud yet.
I'm not. I know what the honeymooner game is.
I do not know this.
You
game.
don't? Oh, it's fun.
So
But I know
you're
the
gonna-
theme song.
Yeah, so you're going to think of the episode.
Do we need to hold hands?
They're holding hands, folks.
Let's do pinkies instead.
Get off of me.
So, do you have that exercise in your mind?
I have the one in my mind. Yes.
Okay. Do you have it? Okay. On the count of 3, you're both going to say it out loud into the mic.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Lunges.
Yes.
So in love. Okay, number 2.
Oh man.
Okay. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it.
I'm ready.
Me
I
too.
can't believe you got that one. Honestly,
I'm
that's
ready.
like-
I'm ready. Also.
I have high hopes for this. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Squats.
Pull-ups, and you said squats?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it wasn't meant to be.
I guess not.
Well, we can go 2 out of 3 here. Okay, last one.
Worst?
Yeah.
Oh.
How about we'll flip the script. Favorite.
Oh, most favorite.
Yeah.
Ready.
So not necessarily the most hated, difficult, like you said, but one that you enjoy. That's fun for you to do.
That Eddie enjoys.
Yes.
Okay.
Not you enjoy watching Eddie do.
Well, that would be all of them.
Yeah.
Mostly squats.
That's squats, yeah.
I'll be skins.
Okay. Okay. You guys got it?
Got it.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Dumbbell
Bench press.
presses.
What was it? Bench
Dumbbell
press?
presses?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the
It's
same
the same
thing.
thing.
Upright or...
I like the upright.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So you're doing
no.
shoulders
No,
and
no,
he's
no.
doing chest.
No, chest. In fact, I was thinking last night, a few months ago, I was in here training, and we were doing the dumbbell press. And then, lo and behold, Mike gave me the 50-pounders, and I was like, oh, golly, this is going to be tough.
I remember that.
And then I was just like, I'm going to make these 50s pay.
You can say it.
Yeah. I'll believe it. It's okay.
These 50-pounders are going to be my bitch.
There you
And
go.
then I did it. It felt amazing. I was like on a high for like a day and a half off of that.
Yeah. Especially when you started on the 10s.
Yeah. Like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
my kids can do the 10s, and then I was doing the 50s, and I was like, yeah, I am all that is.
Did you rub that in your kids' faces?
Yeah. I woke them up, and I was like, I can bench press 50-pound dumbbells.
In each hand.
Now go back to bed. You got school in the morning. Dad, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I know. I just took a pre-workout. I feel amazing. Want me to bench you? But no, that's probably my favorite.
That, I think that counted because you both were kind of
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 3, you guys are made to be together. I think.
Right
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get lunch after this.
Yeah.
Let's get lunch after this.
Costco's got some great travel deals.
One thing that I've really been wanting to do, and I was talking to Mike about this before we started, is really get on focus with some sort of cardio on my own, whether that be running, which I really don't like to run, but in the past I have ran short distances daily.
Like here to there?
Or
No, like 2.5 miles every other day or every day.
That's not short.
That's short.
Yeah.
That's not
right?
short.
Well, I mean, if you're a runner, it's on the shorter side. But if you're not a runner, that's a really long distance.
Yeah,
That's really long.
So I have a friend who was a coach on Emily's team, and he just had knee surgery. And today he posted on Facebook that he ran 7.5 miles and was feeling frustrated.
Okay, that person's just stupid.
And I was like, come on.
That's nuts.
But see, here's the
Whoa.
thing. Here's the thing. It's his wife.
It's stupid in a good way. That's
Right. No,
like,
that's
cool.
Yeah. I'll be tagging you on this when I share the podcast. His wife is like a mega marathon runner. She ran for Team USA in Greece recently.
Oh wow.
And I was like, that's amazing. Like 100 and something miles in a 24-hour period.
An ultra marathon.
Ultra marathon, yeah. That's just
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Nah.
Kelly talked about wanting to train for one of those.
That just seems unreal, unhuman to
Yeah.
me. It really does.
That's about 4 marathons.
Like right now, if I were to run, not full speed, but like a decent pace, I would be winded by the time I got to McGilchrist, which is 100
600
yards.
300
feet?
yards. I think it's 300.
300
We live
yards.
in America, guys.
Yeah.
I guess yards are American too.
3.3 feet per yard. Come on. You got it.
I'm not talking meters.
0.3 kilometers.
3 clicks down the road here.
2 parsecs.
So yeah, I really want to put it. I'd really love to introduce some sort of cardio workout that I could do at home with my wife and kids, or I can do while the kids are in school, something like that. Just because I really feel that I'm not feeling quite as sharp lately in my mind, which is really, I think, affecting other things that I don't even realize at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that's really been eating away at me a little bit.
So you don't enjoy running, though? I mean, not per se.
I'll say this, and no offense to Kelly, I enjoy running way more, or way, how do I say this? I despise bicyclists way more than I would
As a driver?
as a driver.
Okay.
Yeah. Than I do runners. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is it because they don't particularly share the road, but they're just like,
Yeah.
this is my road?
No, because they're like, look at me. I just used a bicycle in something that you needed a car for. Buh. It's completely selfish and unrealistic.
Gotcha.
And you know what's going on in the mind of a cyclist?
You're like, oh man,
Don't get hit. Don't get hit.
Why does this idiot have to drive a car on this road?
Yeah. Oh,
I have another friend that's a cyclist. He does the I think he's in the Salem Cycle Club or whatever. They meet at, I think they meet at Scott's Cycle. Anyway, I always ask him, I'm like, bud, we used to work together. I'd be like, you cycle all these miles every other day. Why are you so fat?
Oh no.
And he'd be like, oh, I just love food. If I didn't cycle, I'd be rolling around everywhere. He was a chef in the Marines. Semper Fi.
Do or die. Gung ho, kill, kill, kill.
I don't know if Caleb knows this, but I tried to join the Marines when I was 18.
Me too.
And they were like, nah, kick rocks. We can't take you.
Really?
Well, why
Yeah.
didn't they want you?
I have the asthma.
I have a heart condition.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You
What is
gotta
it?
just lie about it and they
Is
take
it-
you right in.
That's what he told me after I told him.
Yeah.
He's like, if you wouldn't have told me that.
Yeah.
And he kind of was leading me in saying, we could still get you in.
Yeah, you know, the Air Force would love you. And I'm like, hey, listen, go big or go home, bro. I'm
Yeah.
going home. And then, because again, I'm not the sharpest pencil.
It was
I mean,
9/11. What?
It was, yeah.
Was it
like
9/11
3
for
months
you?
later was 9/11.
Okay.
Because I was going to join the day I graduated high school. Or actually the day I turned 18, which was like 2 months before graduation. Is it sergeant?
There's sergeants,
Sergeants
yeah.
that recruit. Who are the recruiters? Are they sergeants? Lieutenants?
ranges.
Anyways, doesn't matter. His name was Guts for Gutierrez.
Mm-hmm.
Big dude. Huge. Biggest Mexican I ever met. Guy's like 7 feet tall. and just stacked on stacked. And he just looks at me and he's like, "Sorry, little buddy." And he just like rips my card in front of me, and I was just like, "All right, well, I guess I'll just go home now."
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, so that was in April, and then I graduated, and then September 11th rolls around. And then I didn't really think about it until I think Penny was born, my youngest daughter, and I was like, man.
Where you would have been.
Yeah, like I probably would have been infantry, and I probably would not be here.
Yeah. Well,
so, perspective, I guess.
Yeah. It was, I think, a couple of weeks after 9/11 that I went in. And, they just weren't having it. They weren't thrilled with what they saw, so.
Yeah, they're like, Sifu, get out of here.
Okay.
Because you can't karate chop a terrorist.
Not with that attitude. Come on.
You're just not doing it right.
Yeah.
Just send me over there. I'll take care of it.
Take care of it.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris your way through.
Good job not joining the Air Force, because that's always a letdown when somebody's like, "Oh, you're in the military? What branch?" You're like, "Air Force." And they're like, "Oh.
That's not true.
I have a friend that's in the Air Force, and she's recently pregnant. Congratulations.
Let's pause for a second. We'll take a break, okay?
Okay.
How about that?
Are you a fan of the paranormal, UFOs, conspiracies, or cryptids? Do you like being entertained? Then I recommend the 45th Parallel Podcast. You can find it on iTunes, your Android podcast app of choice, or Stitcher Radio. Just type in the 45th Parallel and start listening. Make sure to subscribe and rate our show so we can climb the charts and get our paranormal message out there. We hope to see you in the 45th Parallel.
So what's important to you? Family, health, personal safety? If you care about any of those things, check out hoodsmaa.com and find out what we offer. At Hoods MAA, we want you to be healthy and be safe.
Hey everybody, this is Mike at Northwest Forge. Don't have time to go to the gym? Want your personal trainer to come to you? Northwest Forge now offers online training. Check us out at northwestforge.org. Stay motivated.
And we're back. Modern Era Fitness Podcast with me, Caleb, martial arts instructor, and my good buddy, Mike, who does what?
Personal trainer.
Personal trainer. And we've got a special guest, Eddie Zapien.
Yes, thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Nailed it.
how did I?
You did 8.5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's better than I expected.
But you goofed up Mike's name. His name is Mike Machine Gun Walsh.
Oh, oops.
You forgot that.
You're
part.
right. He's right. He's totally right. He got me. Sorry.
I'm nodding.
Also, Gun Show for short. We'd just be like walking around
Or
in
the
public.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just gunch.
Hey, Gun Show! And he'll turn around. Somebody call my name?
Guns! Look out! And he turns around.
And he ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more flashbacks.
I'm good at distracting people.
So we're talking with Eddie just about life and his weight loss journey and family life and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I wanted to...
Oh, you wanted to get back in on...
Yeah. I want to take
Figure
it
out
back
some
to how you lost a bunch of weight.
Taking it way back.
So, putting myself in the shoes of somebody that's listening and wanting to get some takeaways or things that they can do differently, what else can you tell us about how to watch portion control? I mean, is it just on your mind all the time, or
can we go even further back and say, what was it that made you want to make that change?
Yeah.
Because you said you and your wife both kind of switched mindsets.
So, let me say one quick thing. I think ultimately, no matter what it is, if you want to be a business owner, you want to lose weight, you want to do X thing, you really have to have it on your mind, like you said, all the time. For me, portion control is always on my mind. Even if I'm not using portion control, I know that what I'm doing is quote-unquote wrong for me. And that can kind of pile up a little bit of guilt, but it's always there. The biggest thing for me was I'm about 5'6". I'm not very tall, kind of a small frame guy. But you're
a giant you're one giant of a man.
Yeah.
You
My
know?
voice is gigantic.
Your heart is huge.
Yeah,
I have a huge heart.
Kevin. No, literally, he has an elephant heart.
But
You guys remember that from The Office?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
He has an enlarged heart. Okay, sorry.
All right,
Yeah.
back. So for me, it was where was I? Oh, I'm 5'6", and I was, I think, 240 pounds when I started working out with Mike, and that's the heaviest I've ever been. I mean, that was just sedentary lifestyle, not watching what I eat, sitting down on the couch, just being a couch potato. And I was to the point where I've always been in like a medium or a large shirt fit kind of loose. And I was kind of creeping up to where, shoot, I'm going to start to buying. I shouldn't have been wearing mediums for a long time. They were hardcore medium. And then I was starting to, peek into the extra large. And that, for me, as simple as it might sound, was like a huge, like that was a big barrier that I didn't want to cross into.
It was a similar experience for Tony. I don't know if you got a chance to listen to that episode. It's episode 6. Tony Lifts is the name of it. And he's lost over 100 pounds. I'm sure he's well over 100 pounds lost now. But for him, it was like the goals were set by, clothes sizing.
Sure.
And part of the motivation for him was he realized, okay, I have to get into this size of shirt.
Right.
I don't want to do that anymore,
And yeah, and that's a thing for me is like the pants that I'm wearing now, the waist is smaller than when I was 12 years old.
Wow.
So I mean, even though I'm a smaller frame guy, I've always been out of shape. So I remember pants shopping with my dad one time, and he's like, "What waist are you?" And I was like, "I like a 32." He goes, "But I'm like 45 and I wear a 32. You can't possibly be a 32." And I'm like, "Whoa, yeah, I'm just kidding. Let's just go look at some sweats."
Over there's where Peggy gets her culottes.
Yeah. So that was a really big thing for me.
Wow, that would be.
It wasn't so much vain as it was, I want to be there for my kids, and I want to be there to be a grandparent someday. And if I really don't take care of who I am now, whether that be health, mind, finances, that sort of thing, it's just not going to be there. I'm just going to continue the cycles that I've seen in my lifetime. And some of the things that I might do to work out or to have my own business or to just be different from my family, they just see us so foreign. I was like, we were just talking off mic, when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, all of my friends, except for the one that was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of this?" All my friends were like, all but making fun of me for spending $12 on a book to help myself be a better person.
Yeah.
And, they're all still doing what they were doing when we were 20. And I'm not saying that I'm better or worse, but I'm different. I'm not in the same headspace that
You're better.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean,
You can tell by the clothes.
well, like I was saying, it just baffles my mind that people would dog on somebody for wanting to read a book to enrich their life or get smarter or want to change their situation
Better
for
themselves,
the better,
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, I'm all for razzing somebody, and I'll be the first to admit I'll take it too far sometimes. But if it really comes to like personal enrichment, even if I razz you, I'll be the one to say, hey, all jokes aside, this is important, and I'm glad you're taking these steps to.
Yeah, you still
yourself.
respect them.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to my what is it? Tall and what do they call those shops?
Big and tall?
Big and tall, yeah. I'm neither big or tall, so I didn't quite fit in there, and I couldn't go to like a regular store because I didn't like anything there. So I was like, well, I mean, really, the only thing I can do is change what I'm doing, change my habits, and I mean, it's the simplest things that have done such a big impact. The biggest thing I think for me was switching out Mountain Dew for water.
Mm.
Because I'd be doing a full day's of yard work, and then I'd run to the AM/PM and grab like a 96er of Mountain Dew. Not even joking.
Good.
Because, what my thought was, well,
It's mostly water.
No, here's my thought, legitimately. Well, any size is 89 cents, so why would I get the small one?
Yeah, you want the
Stupidest
value.
fucking thing I've ever
There
heard.
you go.
You want the value.
And then I'd be like, hey, they're only 89 cents. I'm going to go fill up again.
Yeah.
So I'd have 2 of those at least a day.
Wow.
That's a lot of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the job I used to work at was kind of like sit at this desk and don't move until someone drives in. I used to work at an auto shop as a service writer. And that's just like sitting at a desk. So it's sedentary, and then it's a pretty high stress environment. So it's that stress already on your mind, and you get a quote unquote hour lunch, but you're so dang busy all day that you just eat, 6 fried burritos at your desk while you're doing paperwork.
Yeah.
So,
Yuck.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, cutting those things out of my life.
How hard was that?
The Mountain Dew was hard.
How long? You said earlier that it still sounds so good to you.
Oh yeah, like I would love to have a glass of Mountain Dew right now.
Could you? Like, if we had Mountain Dew here, would you?
Would I take one? No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, let's find out, folks. We've got some right over here.
Come on out, Mountain Dew.
So I've had since I've started being more mindful of what I intake. I've had like rum and Coke, and I've had like a couple sips of orange soda. But I really think that, and it sounds silly, but I really think that Mountain Dew is just like a shot in the vein. If I take a Mountain Dew, I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm back on the train.
I'm back,
Do
baby.
this. Let's do
I
this.
missed you.
I'll be double fisted Mountain Dews with a fried burrito in my mouth.
Gross. That's a
Is it though?
disgusting picture.
Is it?
The picture is gross. Yeah. Probably tastes great on the taste buds.
No shirt on. Just blah, 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 blah. This is delicious.
Leave me alone.
Don't look at me.
King of the Hill on.
Me and Bill Dauterive
Yeah,
just really vibing.
Sobbing.
For those of you that obviously aren't here, I came in with not much short of a pitcher of ice black coffee.
Yeah.
Which is what I replace Mountain Dew with. So some nights I don't sleep, and I just kind of think about my website and how I'm going to build it up and things like that. Because
But you're getting your antioxidants.
I do drink a ton of coffee now. I went from drinking absolute zero coffee when I was like 30, and then I replaced coffee with Mountain Dew a couple of years after that.
I wonder if it was easier to make that switch because of the caffeine content.
Probably.
Like the dependency
But
had to hop.
I think the dependency was more in the sugar or the
I'm
fake
sure.
sugar
Yeah,
than,
I'm sure.
than anything else.
But I'm thinking it was probably switching to coffee was easier than just going from Mountain
Probably.
Dew to like, I don't know, water.
Fanta.
No.
No, that's
kidding.
not a step.
Just
Listen, hey, we've got
Mike,
Sifu
Mike.
and me. We
Yeah.
don't need personal trainer
No.
input here, okay?
Yeah,
We're talking about nutrition.
we've
Wah,
got
wah,
it.
wah.
We've got this figured out.
Gosh.
But seriously, go ahead.
Nothing.
See, all that for nothing.
He's all show.
Yep.
Another big thing was water intake. If I really were to think about it before, I was just not drinking water at all. Like maybe a glass a week. And when I say a glass, I mean like a Dixie cup of water. And that was it. Which
Yeah.
I really look back and think, man, just really unhealthy. Double, triple portions for meals. So, I mean, even if we would eat out, I'd get like a big meal or I'd devour the whole thing. I mean, I'm not an angel anymore by any means, but I at least try to order something halfway healthy, or I'll have the intentions of splitting it in half and bringing half home. But that's another thing is like I don't even really like to eat out much anymore.
Because it's like setting you up.
It is setting you up, and then you overpay for something that's not that great.
Yeah.
What about your motivation now? Like, we kind of asked the same thing of Joey. In the beginning, his motivation was the whole incident, the traumatic
Right.
event, and it's pretty solidly stayed that way.
Right.
And then also, wanting to be around for his family is
Right.
Is that kind of where you're at now? Is it mostly
It is.
family, or is there other things that have come?
No,
in?
family is still my number one motivator, but the last couple months have been a real struggle because I did hit that peak where I felt really good physically and I felt really good mentally, and then I started taking like a break off. I'll take this week off of working out, and I'll do, I'll take one little cheat. Like I said, I'll have a rum and Coke, which I don't drink a lot of alcohol anymore. That's another thing, which isn't quite as simple. A lot of people will be like, well, we live in the Northwest. We drink microbrews.
Yeah.
They're delicious, but they're just shit for your body.
Yeah.
Because there's so much sugar and there's...
It's a glass of carbs.
It really is. It really is.
And not the most useful.
And I
type of
drink good.
carbs.
I like drinking good beer, like a nice, dark, thick stout. Dark and cold, just like Mike's heart.
Yep.
But now I'll have one and I'll be like, oh man, that's just kind of thick and tart. And I mean, yeah, it's good, but the thought of the consequence is not.
I've noticed I've similar to what you're describing, except for me, it's the feeling in my stomach, like that bloated feeling that you get from a beer.
Yeah.
I still do it to myself time to time, but I make sure that everything else is in line if I'm gonna, indulge in a beer, a nice beer or something like that.
But to really answer your question, I'm in a real struggle right now to try to keep that motivation strong because I was doing so well. I was like on its peak, and now I'm kind of cresting to a valley, and I'm really realizing that where I'm heading is right back to where I started. So it's just kind of tightening everything back up on portions and cutting out the crap food.
Mike,
you can
go ahead.
You can actually the fact that you can see these peaks and seeing that you're coming into a valley and realize what habits or what behaviors got you to your peak, I think alone is going to help you change things, because you're just like, hell no, I'm not going back to square one.
Right.
You're just you went up so far and got the first peak. You're going to have this little dip, and then you're going to get the second peak that's going to be twice the size of the first peak.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be ideal. My buddy David and I, we always say, I just don't want to jiggle when I brush my teeth. I mean, that's like our fitness goal.
You guys brush your teeth?
Sometimes. Saturdays.
Suckers.
Birthdays, holidays.
Date nights with the wife.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of. Does that answer your question? Does that?
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Kind of see where I am in my own headspace. And
It's similar with Joey. It seems like there's always a bedrock, a main layer of motivation, which for you is family and being there for your family, and then kind of the crust or the ground on top of that bedrock can sometimes shift, and so it sounds like now is because you don't want to lose what you worked so hard to obtain.
Right. That's 100% accurate. I really don't want to lose all the hard work that I put in. Yeah. And it was a sacrifice. It's a huge sacrifice because I do have a family, and even being here for 30 minutes once a week, that's 30 minutes that I'm not with my wife and kids.
Yeah.
And I do work for myself, so sometimes I'm gone all day, and then I get home, and then my wife is also a business owner, so like sometimes I'll have stuff in the morning, and she's got things that she has to do in the evening, and I won't see her till like 8 o'clock at night.
That's rough.
And it is rough, but I think it's a sacrifice that she and I both see the value in it.
Mm-hmm.
So some days are like, man, this is a tough day, and that's those tough days are the ones where you're like, I'm just gonna make some mac and cheese, and we're just all gonna eat food today.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm just going to order some pizza, and that's, pizza and Mountain Dew. That's, when I die and go to heaven, it's just going to be pizza, Mountain Dew, and hot rods. That's what's going to be there. That's going to be rad.
No family, no...
Well, yeah, come on, don't be stupid. We're talking about...
Sorry, honey.
We're talking about our vices here, not the things we love.
Oh, I guess that's true, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, and as we all know, heaven, as it's described in the Bible, is all vices.
Yeah, it's all your
Yeah.
vices.
Yeah.
Isn't that how it works? Is
all the
that-
stuff you didn't let yourself do here.
did I misread something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's called the New Testament.
Ah, yes, the new one.
Oh, I missed that half.
Oh, brother.
Yep. Well, awesome, Eddie. Thanks for coming in. And
Thanks for inviting me. This is
Chatting
amazing.
with us.
I love this.
Mike, did you have anything else you wanted to ask him or talk about?
No. I'm a little interested in what kind of resources you love, especially books. Like, let's hear your top 3 books that you enjoy.
They don't have to be self-help.
No,
but they can be.
I will preface this with saying that I am very easily distracted. So for me to read a book is very difficult. Books that I've read very quickly, and even still not finished, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I read like 3/4 of that in a day, which is a huge thing for me. By Dale Carnegie. Still one of the greater self-help books of our time, and it was written in like early 1900s, I think.
Was it? I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was that old.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, the version that I have, they kind of go into it in the preface and how they've changed some of the verbiage to adjust to the newer.
Mm-hmm. It's the New Living
generation.
Translation of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the NLV.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's we're heretics right now. Don't do that. But yeah, they've changed just a little bit of the lingo.
Mm.
But other than that, it's untouched. And even after Dale Carnegie passed, they re-released it again. Anyway, you check
Disney
it out.
opened the vault.
Yeah. No, it's a really good book. Rich Dad Poor Dad. I didn't read that, but I listened to it on audiobook probably a dozen times.
I think that counts.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Robert Kiyosaki. I'm a huge fan of Gary Vee. And those aren't books, but those are things that I listen to a lot. I listen to a ton of podcasts. I don't know if that even counts.
Yeah, absolutely.
totally. It's
anywhere,
resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anywhere that you're getting
So,
fed.
resources that really kind of bump me up and help me. Listening to ska music, that really puts me through the roof.
Wow.
I
You
know,
guys-
right?
Caleb and I
Wow.
look at each other like, what the?
Yeah, a good horn section, hot dog. Oh, man.
Yuck.
Okay. Quiz time.
Okay.
Ska band that came from Orange County.
Which one? Supertones?
Yep. You got it.
This is stupid.
Didn't 311 come from Orange County too?
I think so.
And they're
yeah.
not really a ska band.
Yeah.
They've got a nice snare drum, but other than
Yeah.
that, they kind of suck.
All right, Mike. Let's see here.
Is it?
One of my
I gotta
favorite
go for a
books
deep
that I read
cut.
when I was a child.
What?
One of my favorite books I read when I was a child. I read it like 6 times, which some people are like, "Oh yeah, I remember my first book." But it was by Judy Blume. It's called "Then Again, Maybe I Won't." It's a really good book. I haven't read it as an adult, but I remember relating to the little boy in that book a ton with his anxiety and his.
Interesting.
It's a good book. You guys should read it.
What's it called again?
Then Again, Maybe I Won't.
Then again, maybe I won't.
Yeah, I picked it up at the Redwood City Library when I was visiting my dad one summer,
Hmm.
and I read it like cover to cover a bunch of
Interesting.
times.
Cool. I'll read it.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Maybe then
find
again
that
I
one.
won't.
Yeah. Sounds like you already know the basic principle of it.
Oh man!
Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, again, thanks for coming in. I think that's it for now.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you on again sometime.
I would love to be back on. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
So if you guys want to get a hold of either Mike or myself, you can send us an email at modernairfitnesspodcast@gmail.com or on social media.
You're taking it.
Oh, okay. At MEF Podcast. And Eddie, what about you? Social media? Do you want to plug your biz or your wife's biz?
If you have any questions about real estate in the state of Oregon, please call me or shoot me a message. I'm on Instagram as @EddieSellsIt. And if you want to see my pig, it's @Maymay the Hog. MAE.
Yeah.
My website is www.homesbyeddiezapien.com. ZAPIEN. But yeah, I'm pretty well off
What's
book.
the name of your wife's mint Mint.
Oh, yes. My wife's shop is Mint. That's one of her businesses. They have a mother and baby decor, home decor, mama and baby stuff. It's actually a really cool shop. And
She's got an Instagram or something for it,
yeah,
doesn't she?
the Instagram is, I have to look it up. I think it's just at Mint Body Decor.
That sounds about right.
And then she's also a LuLaRoe consultant. So
Okay.
if you want to get your wife some tights, hit her up.
Okay. We have a website, guys. We just got a website up and running, modernerafitness.com. Can you believe we got it?
I can.
So you guys can check that out. You can stream all our episodes on there. Or it's got links to any number of podcast sources like Google and iTunes, Stitcher, all that stuff. And we're also on YouTube now. I'm slowly getting the catalog up on YouTube, so if maybe you prefer looking at a picture while you listen to a podcast,
When's this going out?
probably either this week or next.
Okay. Before the 8th?
I'll shoot you an email or something when
Do you have something time sensitive you want to
Yeah,
plug?
don't forget to vote.
Oh yeah.
You have to do it.
Oh, it'll probably be before the 8th.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, vote. And if you're in Oregon, you probably already received your ballot.
Mine came in
the mail.
yesterday.
So, take a look at that. Don't tarry.
Huh.
What else? Patreon.
Yeah.
Why don't you take that one? Why don't you ask for money? I did the easy ones.
So if you enjoyed this podcast or if you got anything out of Eddie's suggestions for seeing results and doing well, and if you think it's worth $1, then head on over to our website, modernerafitness.com, and click on Patreon at the bottom. And there you can donate $1 per episode or just one time. Or you can...
per month.
Or per
episode.
month.
Yeah.
Excuse
Come
me.
on, Mike. This is
Per
how you
month.
ask. Listen, this podcast is a lot of fun. There's some equipment involved. There's a computer. There's a soundboard. There's some time. Let's just donate $1 a month. It's not a big deal. $12 a year for this kind of entertainment.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? $1 a month.
Yeah.
Or just pledge $12 one time. I mean, that's your year.
And you get little prizes. If you look, if you donate at a special certain increment, we will do something for you.
And all that's available... all that information is available on the Patreon link at the bottom of our website.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry, Mike.
You're okay.
He had to kind of take the reins on that one.
Yeah.
The hard sell.
Let me do this.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty much everything that you need to know about us, you can find out on Patreon, on modernerafitness.com. So check us out.
I like to call it the MEF.
The meth.
Gonna hit up the MEF. Do some teeth.
Meth Pod.
The MEF pod.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Make sure you...
Live in a good place, keep your mind deep, and work when it's time.
Bye. Just tweaking knobs.
Nice. Love knobs.
I know you do.